Today, I'm going to show you how to create notes pages using Adobe InDesign, specifically 3 different types of note pages: line pages, your classic standard, dot grid, which is my favorite, and graph paper, which I actually really don't like, but I know that tons of people do. So we'll just show you how to use that too. Maybe it's because I don't draw or illustrate. That's why I'm not into graph paper, but we're going to do all 3, and more importantly, for those advanced Adobe InDesign users, I will solve the problem of how to duplicate pages and add multiple notes pages, because once you create them, you can add multiple pages by saying duplicate pages, but if you want to add 50 or 100 pages, no one wants to hit duplicate 100 times, so I will show you how to solve that. Hi everyone, I'm Lisa from Pretty Fabulous, and I help online businesses create pretty pages using Adobe InDesign and Canva. So if this sounds like you or something you might be interested in, make sure to hit the subscribe button below. I post new videos every Tuesday. All right, we are going to look at my monthly planner. I know, big surprise, we're going to use one of my templates. And so inside of here, if you go to pages over here on the right and you pull out this flyout menu, and if you don't see this menu, all you have to do is go to window and make sure there is a check mark in front of pages. And now what you're going to see is if you hover over this, it's going to do a double arrow right at that center point between where the parent pages are at the top and your actual pages of your document here at the bottom. Now, if you wanted to, you could make this smaller or this section larger. We're going to leave a little space up here because right now we have 2 parent pages and they're blank, which is totally fine. I think you always need blank pages. We're going to add all of our notes pages, those 3 different designs, up here at the top in parent pages. Now, if you've never heard of parent pages, they kind of work like a header footer sort of in a Microsoft Word. It just is something that repeats on each page that it's applied to. And the only way to change it is with the parent page, which is really great because if you have changes, you just change it once to the parent page. And then every page that it's applied to or every new page that you create will get the same exact design: colors, fonts, logos, layout, anything that you want. So you can just do it once. So over here at the top, we are going to hit the right side of the mouse, and we're going to right click and say duplicate spread. And we're going to do that 3 more times, or 2 more times for 3 extra pages. And so we're going to rename these pages so I know what they are. So I'm going to right click this and say parent options for A, and I'm just going to say 0, and I'm going to call this blanks because that's what it is. It's just a blank page. And then over here, I'm going to right click this and I'm going to say 1, and I will say lined. And over here, I will right click this one and we'll call this number 2, and we'll call this dot grid. And this one over here, we're going to right click parent options. We will do 3, and we will call this graph paper. All right, so let's go ahead and create these. So for the line page, it's really easy. You're going to go over here to window, and you're going to drop to styles, and you're going to open up your parent styles panel. Now I'm going to go ahead and hit that plus sign right down here, and that will allow me to create a new style. So I'm going to double click that new style, and I'm going to call this my lined pages. Now inside of here, all I'm going to do is I am going to drop down to basic character formats. I'm going to make sure preview is selected because we might want to make some adjustments later. I am going to, it doesn't really matter what this is. I'm going to leave it as a 12. And then for letting tracking, I'm going to jump this up to a 20. Whoops. I hit return. Let me double click that again. Now over here, paragraph rules, you want to make sure there is a check mark right here in front of rule to make sure the rule is on. And then this will be the color of your lines. We're just going to leave it a standard black. And then over here for type, we don't really want dots. We just want a solid line, because it is lined pages. So I'm going to say okay. Now over here on my actual page, I am going to grab the type tool and I'm going to create a text box. So over here on the left, I should see a T, and I'm just going to hit that once, make sure it's selected. Now, if you don't see the same exact layout I have, if you go over here to Window, Workspace, and you make sure there is a check in front of digital publishing, that will look exactly like the workspace I have. So I want my lines to be probably just right here at this little margin, but I want them to span all the way from left to right. So I'm going to drag and drop a text box all the way out here. And I have my little green guides to guide me. And now I have a blinking cursor. So all I'm going to do is hit the return key once, twice, thrice, 4, and then I'm just going to hold it down and it's going to fill up lines for me. Now, is this college ruled? Is this wide ruled? I don't know. It doesn't really matter. You just want to pick a line that you like. So if you go back into your paragraph styles, you double click this and we head over here to paragraph rules. Over here on the left, you remember where I said, whoops, not there, sorry, best character formats for leading for 20. I remember where I said to make sure the preview is selected. So we're actually going to make some changes. So we're going to take that leading and just click it up. And you're going to see the lines get further and further apart from each other. Because in theory, that's leading for text typography. So that's going to make them wider. And if I think that's too wide, maybe that's just a little too big, I can drop this down to maybe like a 22 might be more reasonable. So that is how you create lined pages. And I'm just going to say, okay. Now, one thing I could do is I could stretch this all the way from left to right. However, I might just on some pages want lines on the left and not on the right. So that might be a little weird. So I'm just going to go over here to the selection tool. I'm going to copy this. And then over here, I'm going to paste it onto this page. I'm just going to have to move it over here, but I want them to be lined up in case someone has them printed out side by side. So I'm going to select both and I'm just going to align the top of them right there. So that is perfect. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you are going to select that circle tool and you're going to make the world's smallest circle. So we're going to jump inside of here. And we are just going to hold the shift key and we're going to make sure, whoops, that we have the circle selected. And then we're going to make a really small circle. So like 0.01. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump up here and we're going to change the color to black because I kind of like the black dots. I have the black lines. And then I am going to make sure that's selected. I'm going to head up here to edit and then I'm going to select step and repeat. And I'm just going to guess that I need probably 47 rows and 35 columns. And I'm going to say create as a grid and going to leave the offset right there as it is. And I'm going to say, okay. So what's going to happen is I will magically have a bunch of dots. So I have all of these dots over here. I'm going to right click on these dots and I am going to group them together. So now they are just one unit. I'm going to zoom back out if I hit the command and the minus key so that I can see the whole page so that I know where to fill it up. So I'm going to hit that selection tool, make sure everything here is selected, and then I am going to move it up here to the top. So it's kind of like in the same place where the line pages were. I'm going to hold this bottom corner, hold the shift key so it pulls it out evenly, and I'm going to fill up that whole page right there to the edge. And I'm done. So now I have dot grids all over this page. So I am going to go ahead and copy this and paste it over onto the right. All right. Perfect. So now we have our dot grid. So let's go ahead and create our graph page. So I'm going to double click over here to make sure I have graph paper selected in the parent pages. And then I am actually going to go to table, create a table, and I'm going to guess it's 47 by 36. And when I say guess, I have done this a few times. You don't need anything for rows and headers because you're not going to actually put any data in here. This is just graph paper. And you can just leave it as basic table and say, okay. Now you'll see I have a loaded cursor. So I am going to drag and drop that loaded cursor where I want the table to go. I'm going to line it up here with the edges and let go. And now I have a graph. So some things I've noticed is that graph paper sometimes is a little lighter, like the lines. So if you highlight everything, because remember a table is text, you're going to come up here to where the black is, and then you're going to hit tint, and we're going to drop it down to maybe like a 21. And now we have like a grayish kind of dot grid. And again, this is just a preference. You could leave yours a dark black. We're going to go to this selection tool over here at the top left. I'm going to copy this and then paste it, just like we did on the other pages. And I'm going to drag it over here. I'm going to try to line it up the best I can. And then we're going to select both of these and then align the tops. There we go. Okay, so here's where the magic happens. So I want to add, so here is my planner, right? We have January, we have February, March, April, May, etc. So at the end of the planner, which is usually what happens, is after December, maybe I want to add some extra pages. So I'm simply going to right click over here. I'm going to say insert pages, and I'm going to say I want 10 pages of after page 25, which is the last page in the document, and I want lined pages. So I'm going to say okay. And now I have, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lined pages. How easy was that without having to hit duplicate? So after this last page, I'm going to hit insert because I like to give my users options. I'm going to say add 10 more pages, but this time I'm going to say the parent page is dot grid, and it's going to go right after this page 35, which is the last page in the document. I'll say okay. And look at that. It is instantly added 10 more pages of dot grid. So let's drop down again over here to 45, and I'm going to right click again, insert pages, and you guessed it, we're going to add 10 pages. Now you can add 100, 300, 1,000, whatever you want. And this time for parent, we're going to choose the graph paper. And when I choose the graph paper and say okay, and now, you guessed it, I magically have graph paper. So that is how you create, what did we create? We created lined pages, we created dot grid, we also created graph paper, and we instantly added multiple pages to our planner, our document, all at once. You can do the same exact thing inside of a new document, and that could be your notebook. So I hope that was helpful, and I will see you for the next tutorial. Bye, everyone.